Hello, everybody. This is Momo from TheMomoZone, and I hope you're having an awesome day. Welcome to my new series called Momo's Motivation for Musicians. I have been working for over 35 years professionally in the entertainment business. I have tried everything that I know in order to optimize and move forward with my musical dream. And throughout this journey, I have learned all kinds of tips and tricks and realities about how to get your shit together when it comes to surviving off your art. Sometimes things are not always what they seem or what they started out to be, but I assure you that the future for musicians is to be able to multitask and find a new way to get through to your public that awaits you. But it all starts with optimizing yourself and knowing exactly how to get there first. Today's subject is going to be something that every serious musician or wannabe serious musician goes through at one point for sure. What is that? It's called G.A.S. No, not that kind of gas. G.A.S. in musician land stands for Gear Acquisition Syndrome. Now, what is that? For all you musicians who know exactly what I'm talking about, you have spent hours and hours at your favorite music store or online gassing out for what you wish you have that you don't have yet. That one thing, that last thing that you're going to need in order to make your sound and tone exactly what you want. Right, let's get serious for a minute. In the end, you will understand something very important about G.A.S, which is there is only X amount of pedals that you can use at once. Really. How many fuzzes do you think you actually need in order to write a great song? Do you really need 10 distortion pedals? So why is this one last pedal gonna make the whole difference? It's exactly what you need. By the time you're done mixing and matching all your pedals, figuring out the wiring, the power supplies, which don't always match, you will realize that it won't take long before you just take apart that board and start all over again because you have now found another pedal that will fit into that mix that will make you that much better. So another one's gotta go. The amount of time that you spend trading, selling, and dreaming about how to get a better sound if you have this last pedal or this last guitar or this last piece of gear that you must have will quickly come to an end if you want to actually write music. The problem with G.A.S is that we spend more time twiddling, turning knobs, and hitting a bunch of notes so that we can hear the tone as opposed to actually writing songs. When I first started out, it was about just taking your instrument and plugging a cable straight into it and straight into your amp and letting your fingers and your mind do the work. Now, don't get me wrong, gassing has got its advantages as well. I have learned some amazing information by being able to gas out for all these years. I can now officially read between a really bad sounding video and being able to tell whether that thing actually sounds good or not. Why? Because everything is relative. The other thing that is great about G.A.S, if you get good at it, is you get to accumulate incredible gear, and if you're a good shopper and a good trader, you'll be able to accumulate even better gear for the lowest price possible, which will mean that it has great resale value. Great resale value allows you to not only have great knowledge that you've accumulated by being able to acquire these pedals, but it gives you leverage in being able to trade, sell, and actually get more pedals. But will this help you write better music? Because that is really the end goal. I think that G.A.S is like eventually getting your diploma. You really don't need to keep taking the same course over and over again if you've graduated. The bottom line is once you've graduated, you got to go out there and get a job. In the beginning, it was as easy as just going down to your local music store and seeing what they had in stock. These days, with the power of the internet and the thousands of builders that live all over the world who have access to actually selling you their creations, and there you are, gassing out. Because, why? Nobody else has got it. Oh, it's original. Oh, I swear this is going to be the last pedal I'm ever going to get. If I get this one, my life will be different. Bullshit. In the end, you will always return to your exact favorite go-to pedals, like your favorite go-to guitars. The rest just become tools so that you can have options if you're creating an album, or if you're creating something a little different where you need that little outside flavor that doesn't get in the way of the real meat and potatoes that you need when you're dropping your tracks. So remember this, gassing out can be really awesome as long as you know to say when, and get back to work and do what you were there to do in the first place, which is playing music. I have personally gotten to the point where when I look at gear, it actually makes me want to throw up. I have had in my collection up to 300 pedals at once. And I've got to tell you, in the end, I will always return to my top 5 favorite, as that is what truly gives you your sound, because your sound really comes from your mind and your fingers. The rest is just a color. It's just an outfit. Reach into yourself and bring out that sound and go beyond your gas. So the question really is, was it all worth it? Of course it was. As long as you learn from your lessons and you take everything that you learned about being that persistent, everything you learned about being that obsessed, all the attention that you paid to the details and the hundreds of hours that you sat there reading manuals and looking at reviews, trying to decide whether you're going to be using George L's or lava cable, and it just doesn't matter. You get all freaked out and it's just not you anymore. So you need to take that entire world and transfer it onto your real dream, which means that now you have a new skill set. Just take all those skills and transfer them onto something that is real. Thanks for checking out the TheMomoZone and Momo's Motivation for Musicians. You can check me out on my YouTube page or my Facebook page every Friday and every other day, as I am always putting up new information that will motivate you to go to the top of your personal self. Thanks for listening, guys. I wish you guys an awesome musical day. You're on the TheMomoZone.